So a friend of mine always says, people don't want to be used, but they want to be useful. And I really think that that is what's driving a lot of folks out here who may have just picked up the cause in terms of like pushing for voting rights or, pushing for people to vote to keep Donald Trump out, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it's really great to see folks feeling like, you know what, I need to be engaged, I need to be involved. And that is dope because they're right. We do need to be engaged and we do need to be involved in like how our civic experience is about like civics and how it shapes our experiences here in America. The thing about it though is I think in people's desire to feel useful, they don't necessarily use their consciousness to the fullest oftentimes because it feels like the natural way to go is just the way that everybody is going. And it doesn't feel like a lot of people ask themselves like, well, how do I align with this in my own way? And I think that's really a problem when we are telling people that there's only one way to show up this election and that there's no nuance. Because the reality is that we all, specifically around Black people, we always say that Black people are not a monolith. So why would you expect everybody to show up the same way? And I think it would be so much more powerful if we gave and empowered people to not only feel useful, but to feel insight around how they are feeling and how they can be useful to pushing the parts that they're feeling. So I know that there's so many people who are like, listen, I understand that Kamala Harris is the only option outside of Donald Trump, right? That's what a lot of people feel. But then they are not allowed to feel any other feelings without being told that they're going to hurt the cause. And I just want for us to really acknowledge that in our not being a monolith, we have to practice that by making sure that in people and bringing people into their usefulness, we also have to acknowledge and honor their individualness as long as it is not like anti-Black. That's a whole other conversation because people is calling anything anti-Black these days if it isn't specifically what they believe. And that is dangerous. We can't start just throwing around things without really acknowledging that these are crazy times. Fear is driving a lot of people. And the best thing we can do to fight fear is to lead with clarity. We'll be right back.